everybody? Today we are here. Welcome back to Gameday, first of all. Today we're here at the Fishers home opener of the season. So we got Fishers versus Ben Davis, a state championship rematch, by the way. I'm Seth Gasso and joined alongside my host, Alex Schilling, Aiden Foley, and Joe Bellato. And guys, right now we are in a crazy atmosphere. Right behind us, right over here, we got JV for Fishers playing against JV of Ben Davis. So this game is in overtime right now. The score is 54-53, Ben Davis. The stakes are high here. The environment is absolutely crazy. The atmosphere is unlike any other.
This is the most packed I've ever seen a JV game.
Absolutely. And varsity hasn't even started yet. So guys, first of all, welcome back to the game. The day we're here, basketball season starting it off. It's going to be a good one this year. Going to be a very good one. As we all know, Fishers won state last year. 29-1 record, historic record. They were top 20 in the nation for all high school basketball teams. Just an unreal season. So, atmosphere and the energy is high in this one. The vibes are up. Everybody's excited. We're expecting another huge season from Fishers. So guys, I want to get your take. What are your guys' thoughts going into the season so far?
On the what?
This season so far. What are your thoughts?
Sorry, it's so loud in here because
it is so loud in here. I wish you guys could hear how loud it is for us.
Obviously, last season was historically great for the Tigers. So I think going into this season, we might have lost a couple people. Keenan, we lost Keenan, but
we did lose Keenan. He's at IUPUI now, though.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about the team this year. I mean, we have the future of Fishers, Cooper Zachary. He's here for another 3 years. So I'm feeling good about this season, especially going up against Ben Davis, who we played in the state championship. It'll test us right off the bat. We'll get to see what kind of team we are from the get-go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, kind of adding on to that, I want to give a shout out to Tatum Metzger. He had a 45% three-point percentage. That's just unreal. He was a big reason why we did so well in the tournament and throughout the season. Only lost one game to Carmel and ended up beating them in sectionals. And then right behind him, Millen McCartney had a 44%, which is also absurd. He's now a senior, so he can fill that role and hopefully just keep going where we left off and have the same success.
Yeah, 100%. Stakes are high for this season with the 29-1 record last year. The bar is set high, but can we go undefeated? That's the only way I can speak up.
I would like to say we should have been undefeated last year. I think the game versus Carmel, I think it was stupid. I think there was a lot of stupid calls, a lot of stupid things that jeopardized the game. But I will say, this year, although we lost a lot of people, I think our team got stronger. I think everything the team stands for, everything they practice, is going to translate to what we see. And I think we're in for an amazing season, if not a season better than last year.
Yeah.
I think like a big person that would help this team hit that 30-0. Cooper Zachary, 100%, like you already highlighted.
I do. 100%. I want to talk about Cooper a little bit more. Last season, he led the entire varsity team in steals per game with 1.9.
Jeez.
He led the team in assists per game. Let's see how many. He led the team in assists per game with 3.7, which obviously isn't high, but for being a freshman on a varsity team and leading the team in both steals and assists, that's huge. And that shows how much of he's a great basketball player and a big part of this team, and it'll be the biggest part of the future.
Yeah, he's a true point guard. He's key to this team. Also, we got Jason Gardner back there too, same grade, so that's a key part to our team.
Yeah.
I feel like, Nathan Baker, he's a senior now. He's filling in Keenan's role. I think that'll be
Is he playing the center?
Yeah.
We have breaking news. He actually quit basketball.
Nathan Baker.
I heard that around school today. I don't know if that's true. Oh, Nathan Baker. Not Nathan Ash, guys. Nathan Ash quit basketball, not Nathan Baker.
Nathan Ash is also on the team.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's exactly true.
Guys, my sources are not trusted, okay?
He is over there.
We do not know bro's sources.
He's not dressed. He's in the student section.
He's in the student section.
Hey, hold on. While we're on the topic of people, someone I really want to mention who I think is going to come up big this season, we don't talk about often, is Justin Kirby.
Oh,
because we got John Anthony Hall, amazing multi-sport athlete, committed to Stanford, already amazing. But on top of that, you got Cooper Zachary, like we've been talking about, and then you got Jason Gardner Jr., two sophomores on the come up who were amazing for us last year. But Justin Kirby, he just recently committed to Miami of Ohio.
Congrats, Justin.
And I don't think we're talking about him as much. I think he's a huge force. I think he's going to be one of the biggest impacts that this team has on the wings.
I believe he's starting this year too.
He is starting. He is starting, which, you know, I think his first year starting as a senior, I think is going to be just unreal. I think his impact isn't talked about as much as it should be, but I think we're in for a really good season from Justin Kirby. By the way, let's take a quick break real quick. This game, overtime, still got a minute 9 seconds left. It's 56-53, Ben Davis. Again, this is JV. This isn't the real game. This is JV. So it just shows you how crazy and how seriously Fishers takes their basketball program here.
I also do want to shout out FHS Tiger Cage. We won the banner for the football season. Congratulations, guys. I do want to just point out how that's carried into the basketball season. This is literally a JV basketball game, and the stands are packed. Not the pans are stacked, guys, okay?
The pans are stacked.
Packed, all right?
Not that one.
The stands are packed, and the atmosphere here is insane, and varsity hasn't even started their warm-ups yet.
Nope.
It's insane. I want to shout out to the FHS Tiger Cage for winning the banner.
Absolutely.
This obviously isn't very common. And another thing I want to add about last season is we have so many guys returning. I think, you know, they have that experience, and I think that's going to carry over to this year. They're going to be more confident. They're going to be more experienced, and I think that's just going to help them, you know, against teams who aren't as experienced.
I guess I got a question for you guys. You know, I think Fishers. Sorry, this game is insane. We almost have to turn around and watch for ourselves. Anyways, I got a question for you guys. I've been thinking about this a lot. So last year, obviously, Fishers was clearly very well-rounded. If they had won the championship, they're very well-rounded. But I want to ask you guys, what part of their game do you think is going to be the most pivotal this year to going back and maybe repeating that, or even going far in the postseason, maybe not a championship? But what do you think is going to be the pivotal aspect of their game? I'm going to start off. I personally think their defense is going to be a huge one. Sorry, this game is crazy. Anyways, I believe. There we go.
Up 5. Tigers down by 1.
Anyways, as I was saying, I think that the defense is going to be a very pivotal part of their success this year. I think the offense was an absolute powerhouse last year, and I think that's going to continue to be the same story. You know, I think we're seeing in basketball in recent years, offense is taking over, but I really think this year, something that is going to make or break the Tigers' season is their defense. What about you guys?
I think rebounding is going to be key. Obviously, losing Keenan, he's a big part, filling that void. I think rebounding, we have to get aggressive. Everyone's going to have to, you know, get in the paint, block out. I think that's going to be key. If we can get offensive rebounds and give ourselves second chance, I think it's going to be key and just help us.
I do want to say on the whole rebounding side of things, Keenan Gardner led the team in rebounds per game by almost 4 rebounds. Following that was John Anthony. Obviously, he can get up there. But
I thought it was 7. I guess not. Something like that.
8.2 rebounds per game for Keenan Gardner.
Oh, 8.2.
8.2.
I thought you said 4 at first. I was like, no way, he's only
4 more than John Anthony.
Okay.
Sorry.
8 rebounds.
Yes, sir. John Anthony Hall 4.1. So you know it's a big difference. But I think if John Anthony Hall, he can obviously get up there, get the ball. Another person I do want to point out that can definitely get up there, obviously showing off his dunks and his breaks, Justin Kirby. We mentioned him earlier. I think on the rebounding and the defensive side, he's going to have to come in big this year and fill in that spot for Keenan Gardner.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely rebounds, definitely capping off turnovers and limiting mistakes. I feel like capping off turnovers and definitely also the mistakes that we made, we learn on possibly 30-0. That's all I'm hoping for.
That's not crazy to say that.
It's not.
Really not
We're
crazy.
29-0.
Well, okay, I will say I like all of your guys' takes, and I think one thing that we were talking about what they need to do, but I think one thing that they already do very well is I think they have a very flowing and fluid game. I think last year what we saw is that it always seemed like they knew what was going on. There was never any miscommunication. There was never, there was mistakes, of course, but there wasn't any really big error. They have a very small margin for error, especially going into this season. But I think a big thing that they did very well is I think that they communicated, and I think they were all very fluid and they were all on the same page, which is absolutely the most important part of being a basketball team.
And I think the reason for that is most of these guys now have played with each other since 6th grade.
Yep.
They've been together for a long time, and they've been training over the summer every day. They come in mornings and afternoons. It's basketball for them. So I think that's a big reason for that.
And I think with Cooper, Zachary, and Jason Gardner, they were both freshmen last year, so they've stuck together and they'll stick together throughout all 4 years of high school. It's good to have that chemistry between even 2 players, not let alone the whole entire team.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a big thing. This is crazy.
I can barely hear you.
I know.
I can barely hear you.
Mike Bell. Hey, just take a look at this atmosphere real quick.
Yeah, the student section is
It's just
overflowing.
unreal. Again, JV game, and people have showed out.
The game
There's 10.6 seconds.
The game put into overtime by a last-second layup.
Last second. We wish you guys could have seen that. But I will say, guys, we've talked a lot about the players today and a lot about the team.
Coaches.
So what I think that means, of course, yeah, coaches as well. But I think we need to do a little score prediction here. So basketball is very tough to do a score prediction, especially in high school, because it's so unpredictable. But I'm going to start off. I'm thinking big things today. I'm thinking it's going to be a solid 60 to 58 today, Fishers. I think it's going to be a little high scoring because I think both of their offenses are amazing. And like we said, this is the state championship rematch. And we know Fishers came out on top. But with that, I think Ben Davis is going to have a chip on their shoulder. I think with them having a chip on the shoulder, it's going to be a very close game. You know what I mean?
I'm going to take this one from you.
Okay.
I'm just going to say it right out. 60-65 Fishers. Justin Kirby double-double. With the starting off.
Double-double, rebounds or assists?
I'm going to go with assists.
Okay.
Ooh,
that's a big
bar is set so high. We have to come out with aggressiveness. And I feel like starting off, first game of the year, he's going to come out hot.
All right.
I think it's going to be a little higher scoring than that. I like 72-69 Tigers. I think it's going to come down to free throws at the end.
Okay.
If we can hit our free throws, we will win. While doing that,
Come on, Joe.
Rebounding, like I said earlier. But I think it's going to come down to free throws at the end, and I like our chances with that. 72-69 Tigers.
Joe, what are we thinking?
Last year, championship game, 65-56 Fishers. That was kind of a big blowout in a championship game. Obviously, it's only 9 points, but still. I think maybe this year it'll be a little bit closer, maybe a little bit more lower scoring. I'm going to say 62-60 comes down to the wire. Fishers wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like we've all been saying, it's going to be a close game. Yeah. The reason for that, like I said before, Ben Davis does have a chip on their shoulder. I mean, they lost the state championship against Fishers, and especially Fishers last season being a squad.
They just went up 3 with 2.7. No 2.2 on the clock.
All right, we got a free throw to tie it. I'm taking a break from game day for a second to watch this free throw.
All right, free throw to tie it. Anyways, as I was saying, Fishers, take a look. Actually, just take a look. This free throw is game changing.
2.2 tie game.
57-57.
Double overtime.
2 seconds left.
Timeout call.
There's a timeout. I believe. It's Ben Davis. Timeout Ben Davis. But anyways, back to what I was saying originally. I do believe that, Fishers wasn't expected to do anywhere nearly as well as they did last year. With Jalen Harrelson, recent commit to Notre Dame. I believe that, with him, he was very much a system player, which isn't bad at all. Very talented kid. He's going to do amazing in college. He's going to have an amazing career. Probably pass college into the NBA. But I will say, in high school, it's very hard to have a system player and be a good team.
Yeah.
So, after Jalen's departure, I feel like they became a lot more team-oriented, a lot more share the rock, get everybody involved. And I think that was a big part of their success last year. And, there's no reason that's going to change this year.
I like that take. I haven't even looked at it like that yet. I thought losing Jalen was a massive,
It was a big loss.
It was big. It was a big loss, obviously.
But we found a way to capitalize off it, and it became a win.
As you said, instead of having a star player that drove our team to win games, we had an entire team that worked together, and I really like that. That's what you said earlier about the chemistry. They picked up on the chemistry, especially with Coach Weiniger. He learned how to coach that team, and he coached them to a state championship. And with him behind the Tiger team, I think we can do it again. I'm saying that.
Yeah, I think schematically it's a lot easier, or it's a lot harder to defend against us when everyone is in the game and passing the rock. That's not going against Jalen at all. He was an incredible player. He had like 45 points in one game. But I think that and Cooper Zachary coming in, leading us at point, I think that really allowed us to move the rock and made it a lot harder to defend because we had so many threats around the perimeter and in the paint. And I think we'll continue that this year.
Yeah, one more thing. Obviously, this game has 1 second left on the clock and it's tied. But after the game is over, we'll have a special guest, Sully Hintz, with us.
And it's Fishers basketball.
He's going to talk with us a little bit more about, the progress of winning the banner and how he's going to take it leading into the basketball season.
No, I'm going to have to cut you off. There's 1.3 seconds.
Shut up.
Basketball.
Shut up.
Hey, it's okay. We can
leading
talk.
into the basketball season and how he's going to continue to make the Tiger Cage, help out the students, and continue to have us be the best student section in the state.
Absolutely. That's coming up next, so don't leave us. Stay right here. But before we get into that, I do want to comment on one thing you said that I really liked, and you said as well. These guys are all about sharing the wealth, and I think they're very selfless, which is huge, especially for being this young. It's just a huge trait to have, and it's really amazing to watch. I'm looking at it right now. Cooper Zachary had 100.
We're going to double overtime. Do they have that?
Double overtime.
Oh, double overtime.
This just in, double overtime JV game. Insane. That means you get to spend more time with us. Anyways, back to what I was saying. 110 assists from Cooper Zachary last year. Just unreal. Fisher's basketball slogan is relentless, dynamic, together. Those are the 3 core values. I got to talk to Coach Weininger the other day, before the season started, coming into this, how he's feeling. And he said, what gets us to win is those 3 things. We stick to those values and we play with them every time we step on the court and practice off the court. And, I think it was really amazing to hear, that a team so young is able to stick to such amazing core values. And this is, we got a special guest.
Yeah.
There we go. What's your name?
Tatum.
Tatum?
Young fancy.
Shout out Tatum, everyone. Anyways, as I was saying, I think those values are amazing. I think they're going to be crucial to Fisher's success this year. And I think it's just amazing to see a young team, like I said before, just, have these values and set out and work on them too. It's not just a slogan, it's truly what they believe in, it's truly what they display.
What they play for.
Exactly. And we go into double overtime in the JV game. It is 57-57, 3.5 minutes on the clock. Guys,
Crazy start of the game.
What are we feeling right now? If this is how a JV game is going, what are we thinking tonight? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking it's carrying into the varsity game, bro.
Yeah. Energy's not going to let up.
I'm telling you, the energy, the atmosphere, the game, everything is perfect. Tonight is perfect. We have Thanksgiving break tomorrow. Kids don't got to worry about going home and studying, doing homework. Who cares? We're staying out. We're watching basketball. This is the #1 basketball game, high school basketball game in the state right now, and we're here to witness it. That's all I'm saying.
It does not get much better than this.
No, it is
Indiana is the home of basketball. We grow basketball here. We play basketball here. There's no better place to watch it than here. So what I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do a little plug. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're going to be live at least once a week at almost every home game. Not every home game, almost every home game. If you want to see our schedule, go head over to our Instagram at Fisher's Game. We'll post it there. We're going to be live at a lot of these home games. We got some Ben Davis.
Follow our Instagram as well.
Right outside the doors right now. They're going to lose tonight. I can't say that out loud, though. They're kind of scaring me. But it's okay. They might, I'm scared. But it's okay. Anyways, as I was saying, Indiana, and right now, specifically in Fishers, is the place to be for basketball. You said we got what? Sully Hintz coming in next?
Sully Hintz, yeah.
I guess we can transition a little bit. Let's go in. How's it going? How we doing? Show us something game day. Game day. Here we go. Let's do it, baby. There we go. Score prediction.
Score prediction?
72-59 Tigers.
Oh, that's a big one.
72-59.
Shout out, Mr. Goodwin.
But guess what? The principal always knows best. Actually, recent principal. I think one of the last times we talked to Game Day, we didn't have the same principal.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Shout out to Mr. Urban.
Shout out to Mr. Urban. Anyways, getting back on topic to the banner, what we're going to shift our focus to next after this game ends. Fishers has never won the banner before. This is the first year, we've never even came close in previous years. I got to talk to Anthony Calhoun on Wish TV earlier this year, and what he said was very interesting. He said, you guys Fishers are amazing at the beginning of the season, but once it gets to about week 8, week 9, you guys kind of start to die out. And this year we didn't. And people, I don't know about you, but I always think about why. Why do we not die out this year? But think about it like this. This is the first year in 5 years we won the Mud Sock football game.
Twice.
That gave us so much energy that we've carried it all the way here, past the football season, into the basketball season. I think by far, out of our 4 years in high school, especially here at this high school, this is definitely the most spirited, most alive year that we've had so far. And I want to get your guys' take. We won the Mud Sock for the first time in our 4 years of high school.
Yep.
But what do you think is the biggest factor that contributes to the high energy and high spirit of our school this year?
it's the school overall. You know, it's the students, the freshmen. It's a massive freshman class. They show out to almost every sporting event. I do want to say shout out to all the freshmen that come to our sporting events. Thank you, because I know I didn't have the courage to do that when I was a freshman, but yeah, no, they're showing up. They're showing up. Good for you. Good for you. They're showing up. Obviously, through media, we're getting a lot more involved. You know, in the past, Game Day didn't really do basketball, and we're doing that now. We got so many photographers, so many people promoting FHS sports on Instagram and all their social medias.
Shout out Flicks by Gavin. Shout out Ray
Gavin.
Amazing.
Shout out Ray Green. You know, obviously,
shout out Tiger Times as well.
Everything is great, and you know, Tiger Cage is so well put together. Shout out Mr. Tribolette for putting that together. You know,
we love you, Trib.
He's a great teacher. He helps us out with Game Day. He helps us out with the Roar. He helps the entire school out just promoting FHS sports. He's a great guy, and I think, you know, everyone, including him, has stepped up this year, and that's a big reason why we won the banner, and it's a big reason why this entire year has felt, you know, so pumped up, and the atmosphere has just been so good all around.
Absolutely.
I think going off of what you said, I think we've just built such a good community here, and it starts with Tiger Cage. Obviously, we got to shout out to all our cameramen. You know, Joe's one of them. You know, they do such a good job.
JV Media 8 on Instagram.
Little plug.
Anyways, they do such a good job taking pictures and promoting us. Getting that on the Instagram, the Tiger Cage Instagram has like 4,000 followers. It's crazy. Just a really good job promoting, and I think that just makes the community feel. And when we're here at the games, you know, everyone's here together, cheering on the same team. And people, I just know people love it. You know, I've talked to people. You know, it's something they don't want to miss. Whether it's, you know, Friday Night Lights or a random Tuesday night basketball game. You know, as you can see, student section's overflowing.
Student section, massive. It's crazy.
Obviously, a great job by Tiger.
I see a couple students sprinkled throughout the parent section too, which means, you know, the student section is so big we can't even fit all the students in the student section.
Gotcha.
Maybe a sign to expand
Alex,
the gym.
To follow that up, as all of us, we're seniors, and it means something different to like a freshman to a sophomore.
Hey, shout out class of 25.
100%. Energy's high, especially for like the seniors that we watch. Justin Kirby. I can't think of another senior. Oh my God.
John Anthony Hall. Both the Nathan.
I'm not a Glazer, so I don't remember. But
I am 4-star Stanford commit John Anthony Hall.
Just like Joe said, we play for the school. They play for themselves and every person around them, and that just means something totally different that you cannot take away.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I think right now is a good time to take a break. I think we're gonna come back to you right when warm-up starts. So Jenna, if you want to hit the button for me, we'll be right back after the break. We'll see you guys.